Yo, what's up, folks? It's your boy Sports PSP. Hope everyone's enjoying a fantastic day. Unfortunately, I will not be doing a sports video on this subject. This subject is very serious, very sensitive. It's a very uncomfortable subject for me to discuss, but the show must go on. And it's about R. Kelly. And the reason why it's involving R. Kelly is because I saw the interview Shannon Sharpe did with rapper and producer Timbaland. Shannon Sharpe, the Pro Football Hall of Fame tight end, of course, everyone knows his podcast by now, Club Shay Shay. He invited rapper and producer Timbaland on his podcast, and they were having a discussion about R. Kelly. And they agreed that when it comes to R. Kelly and when it comes to entertainers and celebrities, that we as a society have to compartmentalize. In other words, acknowledge what they've accomplished as far as their art and profession, while at the same time be disgusted with what they've done as far as human beings. And R. Kelly is a perfect example, or the epitome. And look, I agree with what Timbaland said. Timbaland said that R. Kelly is the king of R&B, and are we going to just ignore his music? Nah, we're not going to do that. And there were some other things that he said that, look, it made sense as far as R. Kelly in terms of his music. Say whatever you want about R. Kelly as a person, as a human being. Yes, I think as a human being, he's a piece of shit or scum of the earth. But when it comes to his art, his profession, he's wonderful to listen to. He's beautiful to listen to. As a singer, as a songwriter, as a musician, as an entertainer. I still, to this day, I know it's going to trigger a lot of people, but I still to this day listen to his music. And they're like, how? How can you listen to his music given everything that he's done? It's been well documented. It's been well chronicled about R. Kelly's past. Okay? I already knew about all of R. Kelly's past, not just from the Surviving R. Kelly documentary that came out in 2019. We knew about the infamous sex tape. We knew about his marriage to Aaliyah when Aaliyah, God rest her soul, was 15 and he was 27. We knew about all these things regarding R. Kelly. It was no surprise, it was no secret that he had a thing for young girls. But as a singer, as a songwriter, I can't disregard what he accomplished. And look, I just think that we have to compartmentalize. We have to acknowledge the person's art, but at the same time, we can be disgusted as far as what they've done as human beings. And R. Kelly's not the only example. I mean, there are plenty of examples. Bill Cosby. You know, some people may use Michael Jackson. Some people may use Kevin Spacey. R. Kelly's not the only one. There are other examples that people can think of. And sports. As you all know, I do a lot of videos regarding sports. Of course, there are a lot of athletes, former or present, that have been involved in serious controversies. And we can acknowledge what they've done as far as their profession, their art, but at the same time be disgusted with what they did. O.J. Simpson is a perfect example. Yes, I believe O.J. Simpson killed his ex-wife and friend, Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman. I also believe O.J. Simpson got away with double murder. He got off with double murder. But I'm not going to disregard what he accomplished as far as on the football field. O.J. Simpson is one of the greatest running backs in NFL history. I think he was the first running back ever to rush for over 2,000 yards. They called him the Juice. I mean, he was that great of a running back at his prime. Look at Brett Favre, another example. I think Brett Favre is low. With the whole welfare situation. Yeah, he stole welfare funds in the poorest state in this country, in Mississippi. And I believe his ass should be in prison. And I also believe Brett Favre has done a lot of shady things in his past. such as the situation with him and Jen Sturger when he was with the New York Jets, in which he sent pictures of his genitals to Jen Sturger. But at the same time, I'm not going to disregard what Brett Favre accomplished as a football player. Brett Favre's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, just like O.J. Simpson. Brett Favre's one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. Top 10, in my opinion. Brett Favre won 3 consecutive MVPs. So, I can acknowledge the horrible things that people have done, but I'm not going to disregard what they've accomplished. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I'll give you another example. Antonio Brown. Think of all the shit AB has put himself in. But if it were the Pro Football Hall of Fame, do I think AB should be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame? Yes. I don't believe AB will get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame because you can factor off the field issues, and given his on and off the field issues and how he continuously gets himself in the news for all the wrong reasons, I believe AB, ain't no way he's getting to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So, like I said, folks, can we compartmentalize? Can we respect and acknowledge the person's art, but at the same time condemn them? The answer is yes. Now, for those who have a hard time compartmentalizing, hey, that's up to you. To each his own. Me, I'm going to criticize someone, hold them accountable, be disgusted with them as far as what they did as human beings, but I'm not going to disregard their art. I'm sorry, I will not do that. And when I think of R. Kelly, I agree with Tim. His music, yes, what he did as a human being is disgusting, deplorable, reprehensible, abhorrent. But at the same time, when it comes to his art, he was a thing of beauty. He was a thing of beauty. I still listen to the remix of Step in the Name of Love. I still listen to his music to this day. No matter what people may say about R. Kelly, I still listen to his music. I just believe you can compartmentalize. Like I said, if you have a hard time doing that, that's fine. To each his own. I'm not going to shame you. Hey, that's up to you. But for me, I don't have a problem doing that because I do it with a lot of people. So I'm glad that Timbaland said what he said, and I agree with what he said about R. Kelly being the king of R&B. Can you actually have a discussion of R&B music and not mention R. Kelly? That's an insult to music in history. Just like with football, can you have a conversation about one of the greatest running backs ever and not mention O.J. Simpson? Can you mention one of the greatest quarterbacks ever and not mention Brett Favre or Ben Roethlisberger? I just think that we as a society, we have to do a better job compartmentalizing. Respect and acknowledge the person's art, but at the same time, we can be disgusted and ashamed for what they did as far as human beings. And that's how I look at it. But anyway, folks, those are my thoughts. Like I said, I do not feel ashamed. And I don't feel bad for listening to R. Kelly's music. I still do to this day. Because, like I said, I compartmentalize. And if you can't, I understand. But that's how I feel. What do you guys think about the whole conversation Timbaland had with Shannon Sharpe? Do you think that R. Kelly's the king of R&B? Can we compartmentalize? Can we respect someone as far as what they accomplish in terms of their art, but at the same time be disgusted with them as human beings? Can we compartmentalize, yes or no? And also leave other comments that I did not mention. Other than that, folks, it's your boy Sports PSP. Hope everyone's enjoying a fantastic day, and God bless.